Behind you stands a symbol of oppression, Steam, where 1,000 PC gamers have languished under the name of this man, Gabe Newell, who has been held up to you as the shining example of PC. You have been supplied with the false idol to stop you from tearing down this corrupt platform.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I am iamxeracon and I am back once again. Valve is receiving quite a bit of backlash online. So Steam has updated the phrasing on its store, saying now that whenever you purchase a digital product, you are purchasing a license for a product on Steam and not buying the product outright. And this was an image that was shared on Reddit and has since made its way across the internet. Now, this shouldn't completely come as a surprise to you. After all, I recently talked about the new law that was being passed in California regarding stores now having to disclose if games are, or not just games, but any digital item is something that is just a license or something that consumers can actually own. And it seems like Valve has changed its wording to reflect that. And this has caused PC gamers to be quite infuriated about that. Now, here's the thing. I don't think anyone should really be surprised. I think that this is something that we should have expected. And honestly, this is something that I have also pointed out several times in the past, and primarily just in dealings with GOG, which I will get to in a second. Games on Steam do have DRM, even if it's not something like Denuvo or Enigma. It does have a Steam DRM built into it, so it's not as strong or as potent as Denuvo, but it's still present. That being said, we did have the reassurance that if Valve ever went under, we would be able to download our games completely DRM free. So there was a little bit of a backup policy there. So because of that, I'm not entirely certain why people are really surprised about this. I feel like any PC gamer should know this already, so I'm really astounded as to why it's that big of a surprise, or why it's that shocking. Don't get me wrong, I would love to have every game on Steam be completely DRM free, but I do understand that it is not entirely the case. And jumping back to GOG, they put out a tweet saying, "Since checkout banners are trending, we're thinking of putting up one ourselves. Thoughts on this one?" And then they're pretty much just saying that when you buy a digital product on their store, it grants you the offline installers, which cannot be taken away from you. So, in essence, you completely own your games, and nothing can ever change that. And that is something that I have said in the past, which is to buy games on GOG, because on there, you 100% have ownership of your games. And that's something that I've done, something that I've been continuing to do, is to buy games on there, not necessarily because I will be playing them, but just partially as an insurance policy. I have games that I've bought on Steam that I purchased on GOG, just because of the fact that I really like these games, and in case anything ever happened on Steam, I know that I would have these games completely backed up and saved on in cold storage for the future. And heck, I've even bought games on GOG that I don't have on Steam. Of course, there are many games that are missing from GOG, sadly, and I wish that wasn't the case, because having more games available on GOG, which is a completely DRM-free store, is the best thing for the gaming community. But also, unfortunately, GOG just lacks so many features that Steam offers. If it did better on that aspect, and also, provide some better Linux support, then I could see it doing much better. But until then, it's just gonna be the way it is. That being said, I 100% believe that if you buy something digitally, you should 100% own it. If you buy something off of iTunes, that song should be yours completely. If you buy a game off of Steam, that should be yours completely. If you buy a book off of, say, Barnes & Nobles, that should be yours completely. You shouldn't have some sort of license to it. It should be yours to own, the same as if you would buy any CD, video game, or physical book. And the crazy thing with games is, if you buy a cracked copy of a game, it has better performance than a game which has DRM in it. So the people who buy their games legally get a worse treatment than people who do not. So if you want to join Jack Sparrow and be a member of his crew, I cannot blame you. And if you don't, that's fine. But at least don't buy anything at full price. After all, if you're not owning it, what's the point of paying full price? Either buy a game on sale, get it through a third-party site like Green Man Gaming or Fanatical, or go to the gray market. But never, ever pay full price for a digital game. But that will do it for today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you surprised by this new change in phrasing? Does this impact your view of Valve and Steam? Will you buy more games on GOG now? Or use other methods? Let me know. So until next time everyone, I am iamxeracon signing off. Have a good one.